Shalom, giving all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the elect. This lesson is titled The Spirit of Feminism. And this is Candace Owens. And she goes to talk about her growing up and how her so-called toxic grandfather or what they deem as toxic masculinity, because any man now that portrays masculine traits, they call him toxic. They call it toxic masculinity. And whenever you are being who you are, a man, you're villainized, you're demonized. They say you're being toxic. Whenever they want you to be effeminate, so to speak. They want to feminize men, make them less masculine, because these women, they can't deal with real men. They can't deal with men talking to them like men do. Whenever you talk to a woman, they get scared. They kind of flinch up. I had a conversation with a young lady, and it was work related, and I asked her a question, and she got scared because she never had. These women now, they don't know what a real man talking to them is. And it's not that you being aggressive or that you being nasty or rude. They just don't know what it's like when a real man talks to you. So automatically they hit the toxic masculinity button, or this man, he's being overly aggressive. And that's where this spirit of feminism comes in, because with the spirit of feminism, you can't be a man. So any man who's threatening looking, if you have a overly a beard, if you have a bushy beard, or you look intimidating, these women, they will say you are guilty of toxic masculinity. And basically, this woman here, Candace Owens, she brings out the toxic masculinity and saves her. It made her a feminine woman. Basically, her grandfather put her in her place at a young age. And that's what these women need. They need a man in their life to put them in their place. So, I believe there's a scripture that says, train up a child. You're supposed to start from young. As a matter of fact, let me see if I could get that. And it reads, Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So it doesn't start when they become an adult and they already have the mind decided on already basically have their mind made up. It starts as a child. So you start the training from when that child is born up into an adult. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And that's what happened with this woman here. This woman right here, Candace Owens. She was trained up as a child. Her grandfather put her in her place. And that's what a lot of these women need. They need to be put in their place. But not, they need to be put in their place now, but they should have been put in a place a long time ago. And that's why this world is this world is so far gone is because these women weren't put in their place as children. They weren't told, they weren't around, you know, men like Candace Owens' grandfather, which would put you in your place, you know. So I'm gonna play this video, and Lord willing, you brothers and sisters find it edifying, and then I'll break out into some scripture.
I really do believe that modern feminism encourages male absence. It encourages it because it's become toxic. They use terms like toxic masculinity, right? And I say to myself, all of their...
And it's something that, I often say is that, it can't be two men. It can't be two men in the house. So if, there can only be one man in the relationship, you can't have two men in the relationship. You can only have one man, and you're going to confuse the child if you have an overly aggressive woman and an effeminate husband. It's going to confuse the child. It's going to make it seem like the woman's supposed to be aggressive and the man is supposed to be effeminate. So it's going to create confusion. The children are going to be confused because the mommy acting like daddy and the daddy acting like mommy. So now you got the roles reversed.
Examples of the idea of what it means to be a man now is toxic. They think, oh, this is a man, masculinity is wrong. There's something inherently wrong with being a masculine man. And to me, I always say that it was toxic masculinity that saved me. I had a healthy fear of my grandfather. Nobody played...
See, she said she had a healthy fear. And that's only something that can be instilled from birth, from a child. She knew not to play with her grandfather.
Around with my grandfather. We still don't play around with my grandfather, and it's just, there's a certain level of respect when you're in his home. There are rules, and because I had that healthy fear, I was, I guess, more responsive to that sort of authority when I had to go out in real life. I believed in structure, and yet this version of feminism today, we have women that are basically promoting men should act like women, right? And women should act like men.
See, so you have that spirit of that spirit of feminism, which is also confusion, which that frequency that Babylon pushes out is confusion.
There's all of this confusion. You can pick your gender, you can do what you want, and ultimately what...
She said also you can pick your gender. So that's another form of confusion.
I think it's doing is feeding into this idea of a breakdown of the family. I really do.
And that's how the breakdown of the family starts, is when a woman has no fear, when she doesn't fear her husband anymore, when she thinks she's the man, that starts the breakdown of the family. Because you have women, masculine women, that spirit of feminism, that confusion, that spirit of confusion, the woman telling the man what to do, that effeminate man. And what do masculine women bring forth? They bring forth effeminate men, young men. They raise up effeminate young men. What they do, they yell at them, they beat them down, they break their spirit. So then when it comes to them being a man, they're not men no more. They're already neutralized. They're already they ain't got no nuts. They're already subdued, so to speak. So you have these overly masculine women raising effeminate men. All right, so let's bring out some scripture. So this is Deuteronomy 22:5, and you might ask why I'm bringing this out, but to me, it makes sense when you bring it out, because it reads, "The woman shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so an abomination unto the Lord thy power." So when women and men, wear each other's clothing, it generates that confusion. It makes women feel masculine and men feel feminine. All right, it reverses the role. So you take on that feminine spirit, and the woman takes on that masculine spirit. So that's what it's about. It's about that spirit. They're feeding that spirit of feminism. That spirit of confusion. This is First Corinthians 6:9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate. So, like I said, it's all it's all that uh, spirit of confusion and um, spirit of feminism, which is bringing forth effeminate men, and it's all so that Esau can try to keep Jacob from gaining his inheritance. He's putting out all this confusion, So let's break down to another scripture. This is Ecclesiasticus 26:14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing much worth as a mind well instructed. And that's what this woman's grandfather did. He instructed her mind. He instructed her from her youth, from young, and he brought her up so that her mind was instructed. She knew her place. She knew her place as a woman. She knows her place as a woman. And a lot of these women, they're out of pocket. They don't understand their place. They think their place is to be over their husband and to usurp authority. This is 1 Corinthians 14:33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace in all the churches of the saints. The Most High is not the author of confusion. He's not trying to confuse you. The Most High says what he says, and that's it. It's not to confuse you. This is to make clarity. This is to set you straight. But see, we start thinking carnally. We start thinking with the flesh, and that's how, we get confused. This is 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. And this goes for, this scripture, I'm using this to pertain to the fact that a woman's not supposed to be over a man. She's not supposed to be, and that's what feminism teaches, that a woman should be over the man. And it's the other way around. See, that's that spirit of confusion, that spirit of feminism. So this is 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I know, Salakia, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh, is the Most High. So is a chain of command. So we are over the woman, the men are over the woman, and Yahweh Shai is over us, and over Yahweh Shai is the Most High, Yahweh. So there's a chain of command. So it's best not to break that chain of command, because that's going to be confusion. You going off, and that's where a lot falls from, is because a lot of downfall comes from and confusion, because you have men being led by their women, and that's and being ordered around by their women, and they're being led by their women instead of taking the lead and taking the responsibility of being man and leading. So this is let's go to Titus 2:3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. And then we're going to go to that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands and love their children. So that's kind of like what this woman doing, Candace Owens. She's teaching the other women what you're supposed to be like, how you supposed to behave. And a lot of women are not doing that. They're not telling women, you know, listen, you're not supposed to be behaving like that. You're not supposed to be doing that. You need to straighten up. And that's what a lot of these women need to do. The older women, you got now, the older women are behaving worse than the younger ones. You know? So let's go to Proverbs 28:5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. And the Most High will teach you all things. So evil men don't understand why things happen, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. So when you go to the scriptures, you're going to understand everything that's needed to understand, to say the least. This is Psalms 119:34. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. So you're supposed to keep these laws, you know, and that's the problem, is that, you know, we going, you know, when we don't keep the laws, we going off. So that's why these things happen to us. You know, our women are out of order. You know, a lot of brothers are out of order because they being led around by these women, and that's why things are happening, because the men aren't maintaining order and the women aren't maintaining order neither. So we got a bunch of confusion. This is 2 Timothy 2:7. Consider what I say, and the Lord give thee understanding in all things. So the Lord is going to give us, the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you know, Most High, in the name of His Son, Yahushua, is going to give us understanding of all things, you know. So with that said, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters that watch my videos are edified. I'm going to say shalom to the next one.